Hey, everybody. It's great to be here. I was going to start off with something really funny about, Captain's log, star date 54315, day 2 of COVID isolation. But let's be real, I'm not actually that funny. No, so here I am isolating in my office because I caught that virus that has been going around. But I wanted to pop in really quickly because one thing that really resonated with me this past weekend when I was at the Summit of Greatness, and I wanted to share, well, one of many things. I wanted to share this with you guys because you've heard me talk before about getting rid of shoulds, right? Removing the shoulds off your to-do list. Like I should go do that, or I should do the laundry, or I should do something. Oftentimes those shoulds are other people's priorities that we've picked up, or they're things that we believe we need to do because society says we need to, or we were raised to believe they should be done that way, versus embracing the things that we want to do. Now, before anybody gets angry at me, I'm not saying you should remove things like I should feed my children, I should pay my rent from your list. Those are have to do's, man. You have to feed your kids and you got to pay your rent if you want to have kids in a house. But these are shoulds that aren't necessary to survival. They're usually a result of people-pleasing tendencies and a desire to live up to the expectations of others. So I want to talk about another should, though, a different kind of should. And this should is when it comes down to, should I do something such as, should I start my business? Should I tell people about the products or services I sell? Should I invest in myself and get a coach? Should I take that training that's going to cost money but will elevate my ability to deliver to my clients? Should I, take this risk? Should I open my Etsy shop? Should I start a YouTube channel? Should I, go to this retreat? Right? Those are a lot of shoulds that, they're things we want to do in some way, shape, or form. They are things that we want to do. We dream about doing. There's a desire within our soul to do them. And we are weighing that against our self-worth, again, the expectations of others, our fear of judgment, and our fear of failure. So here's what I propose. I propose replacing should I in those circumstances with how will I, right? Should I is a state of inaction. It's a state of indecision. How will I is a question of commitment. When we say, how will I start my own business? How will I invest in myself and get a good coach? How will I launch my Etsy shop? How will I go to that retreat? That is a commitment statement, right? We are committed to doing it. And now our brain gets to work on figuring out how to make it happen, right? So why is this important? Because your subconscious is only following your commands, right? It's following what you want. And when you aren't committed to something, it's like, oh, I don't think that's important to her, so I'm just going to wait. Whereas when you commit to something, your reticular activation system recognizes that that is important to you and now scans the environment to find you solutions that you need, right? It's looking for ways that you can invest in that coach, ways that you can go on that retreat, ways that you can start your own business, right? And that's so important because when you're undecided, the longer you stay in that should I mentality, the longer you stay undecided, the more likely it is you will not do it, because you start to overthink. You let doubts creep in. You start to think of all the reasons why it's a bad idea. Whereas once you commit, once you say, how will I? I'm going to do it. So how will I do it? Now you're committed. And now your brain sets to work making it happen, because now it's not an option. You've said you're going to do it. So now we need to find a way to do it. This is something we're doing. And a really poignant quote from Rory Vaden, who is an amazing author. Get his book, Take the Stairs. He's a fantastic speaker. Like, honestly, there's some people that are great at sharing information in books, and then there's some people that are really great speakers. Rory is a phenomenal speaker. I enjoyed hearing him talk. And I'll leave a link in the comments about how you can find his work. But what he said was, success is not a matter of circumstance. It's a matter of commitment. Okay? So if you're committed to doing something, if you are committed to starting your business, you will find a way. If you are committed to working with a coach or mentor, you will find a way. The secret is to commit to doing something and then let the universe line things up for you, right? When you have questions, answers will appear if you are open to seeing them. When you need help, the right people to help you will do it. I mean, I just look at all the different things I've done in the last year that honestly, I didn't even know I wanted to do, but each time I committed to doing them, all of a sudden, these people started showing up in my life, or all of a sudden, these resources or these ideas started coming to me that I didn't have before. So commit to yourself. Commit to your dreams, replace should I with how will I, and see where that takes you. I mean, worst case scenario, at least you tried, right? So it's really short today because I do have to hop on another call, but I did want to get in here and share that with you. I hope you are all doing amazingly well. I love you. And remember, the person you see when you look in the mirror is exactly what a successful entrepreneur looks like. Be well. Love you.